Bhaja Hunre Mana Srinandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare Durlabha Manava Janama Sat Sange Taraha E Bhava Sindhure Taraha E Bhava Sindhure Bhaja Hunre Mana Srinandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare Durlabha Manava Janama Sat Sange Durlabha Manava Janama Sat Sange Taraha E Bhava Sindhure Taraha E Bhava Sindhure. Let's look at the first word of this song, Bhaja. The word Bhaja is significant. Bhaja is used when there is need of service, and service with love and faith is especially meant for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One can avoid worshiping a respectable man or a demigod, and that person may be called discourteous. But one cannot avoid serving the Supreme Lord without being thoroughly condemned. Every living entity is part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus every living entity is intended to serve the Supreme Lord. And we serve the Supreme Lord because of our constitutional position. Failing to do this, we fall down. The next word, Mana, the mind. There are many verses in the Vedic scriptures which help us to understand the significance of this sense called the mind. Mano buddhir ahankarash chittam it yantar atmakam chaturdha lakshyate bedo vritya lakshana rupaya. Lord Kapila Dev instructed his mother Devahuti. The internal subtle senses are experienced as having four aspects in the shape of mind, intelligence, ego, and contaminated consciousness. Distinctions between them can be made only by different functions, since they represent different characteristics. And of course, there are these verses from the Bhagavad Gita spoken by Lord Krishna himself. Udared atmanatmanang natmanam abasadayet admaiva hi atmano bandhur atmaiva ripper atmanaha. One must deliver oneself with the help of one's mind and not degrade oneself. The mind is the friend of the conditioned soul and one's enemy as well. Bandhur atmatmanastasya yenatmaivatmana jitta anatmanastu shatrutve vartetatmaiva shatruvat. Krishna says, for one who has conquered the mind is best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, one's mind will remain one's greatest enemy. And of course, Lord Chaitanya begins his Shikshastakam verses, his 8 instructions. The first thing he says, Chaito Darpana Marjanam. One must cleanse the mirror of the heart. And then Arjuna tells Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, after Krishna explained in summary the yoga system, which is all about controlling the mind and the senses. Arjuna's response, Chanchalang hi manak Krishna, pramathi balavad dridham, tasyahang nigrahang manye, vayor iva sudushkaram. O Krishna, the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, very strong. And I think to subdue it, well, that is more difficult than controlling the raging wind. The next words in our song, Sri Nanda Nandana. And of course, the whole Srimad Bhagavatam is all about this Sri Nanda Nandana. For instance, in the prayers by Queen Kunti, Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya Cha, Nanda Gopakumaraya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. Kunti addressed Lord Krishna as he got on his chariot to leave Hastinapur. After the battle of Kurukshetra, Krishna wanted to return to his capital city, Dwaraka. And as he got on the chariot, Kunti stopped him and offered prayers. Here's one of them. Let me therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord, who has become the son of Vasudeva, the pleasure of Devaki, the boy of Nanda, and the other cowherder men of Vrindavan, and the enlivener of the cows and the senses. Then, the next word in our song, Abhaya Charanaravinda. So these are two words, Abhaya and Charanaravinda. So Abhaya is explained nicely in Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhayang Vitiya Biniveshata Syad, Ishad Apetasya Viparyayo Smriti, Tanmaya To Buddha Abhajetang, Bhakyaikeshang Gurudeva Tatma. When the living entity is attracted by the material energy, which is separate from Krishna, one is overpowered by fear, because one is separated from the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the material energy. One's conception of life is reversed. In other words, instead of being the eternal servant of Krishna, one tries to become Krishna's competitor. This is called Viparyayo Smriti. To nullify this mistake, one who is actually learned and advanced worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead as one's spiritual master, worshipful deity, and source of life. One thus worships the Lord by the process of unalloyed devotional service. So the way to become free of fear is to take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, Charana Aravinda, the lotus feet of Krishna. To become fearless, you have to take shelter of Krishna. Right now, the whole world is fearful because of coronavirus. The whole world is fearful. But here is the spiritual solution. One must take shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna. In our song, the next words, Durlabha Manava Janma. So this is also explained in our Vedic scriptures. Durlabho Manasho Deho, Dehinang Shana Bangura, Tatrapi Durlabhang Manye, Vaikuntha Priya Darshanam. King Videha said, for the conditioned souls, the human body is most difficult to achieve, and it can be lost at any moment. But I think that even those who have achieved human life rarely gain the association of pure devotees who are dear to the Lord of Vaikuntha. Then we have this verse from the Vedas. Jalaja Navalakshani Stavara Laksha Vimshati Krimayo Rudra Sankyaka Pakshinang Dasha Lakshanam. Tringsha Lakshani Pashava, Chatur Lakshani Manusha. There are 900,000 species living in the water. There are 2 million non-moving living entities, Stavara, such as the trees and plants. There are 1,100,000 species of insects and reptiles. And there are 1 million species of birds. And as far as the quadrupeds or animals are concerned, there are 3 million varieties. But out of the 8,400,000 forms of material bodies, only 400,000 are considered human. And the number of civilized human is even far smaller. So to get a human birth is a rare opportunity. We learn from Prahlad Maharaj, who told his classmates, Kaumara acharet pragyo, dharman bhagavatan iha, durlabang manushang janma, tadapi adruvam artadam. One who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of body from the very beginning of life, in other words, from the tender age of childhood, to practice the activities of devotional service, giving up all other engagements. The human body is most rarely achieved, and although temporary like other bodies, it is meaningful, because in human life, one can perform devotional service. Even a slight amount of sincere devotional service can give one complete perfection. Then there's another nice statement by Krishna's father Vasudeva. Yadrichaya nritang papya sukalpam iha durlabam swarte pramatasya vayo katang twang maya yeshvara. He was speaking to Krishna, his own son. O Krishna, my son, by good fortune, a soul may attain a healthy human life, an opportunity rarely achieved. But if one is nonetheless deluded by what is best, your illusory Maya will cause one to waste his or her entire life. Then we have this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto. Ladva turdurlabamidang bahusam bhavante manusham artadam anityam apihadira turnang yateta napad anumrityu yavan nisreyasaya vishaya kalu sarvata syat. After many, many births and deaths, one achieves the rare human form of life, which, although temporary, affords one the opportunity to attain the highest perfection. Therefore, a sober human being should quickly endeavor for the ultimate perfection of life, as long as one's body, which is always subject to death, has not fallen down. After all, sense gratification is available even in the most abominable species of life, whereas Krishna consciousness is possible only for a human being. So this COVID-19 is impressing upon us that we have little time left. We have to take full advantage of this human form of life and engage in Krishna consciousness. Because at any moment, any of us could be gone. That's what this pandemic is teaching us. Within a moment, it can all be taken away. So don't waste any time. Be engaged in Krishna consciousness. Then, there's another nice statement in the Uddhava Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. Nirdeham adyang sulabang sadulabang Plavang sukalpang gurukarna daram Mayanukulena nabasvateritang puman bavadding nataret sa atmaha. Krishna was telling Uddhava, the human body, which can award all benefit in life, is automatically obtained by the laws of nature, although it is very rare achievement. This human body can be compared to a perfectly constructed boat, having the spiritual master as the captain, and the instructions of the personality of Godhead as favorable winds impelling it on its course. Considering all these advantages, a human being who does not utilize one's human life to cross the ocean of material existence must be considered the killer of one's own soul. And then we have in this song the next words, Sat Sange. This is also very, very important in the human form of life. As we learn from Lord Kapila in his instructions to Devahuti, Satang prasangan mamavirya sangvido bhavanti ritkarna rasayana katha tad joshanad ashu apavarga vartmani sraddha ritir bhakti anukramisyati. In the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to both the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation, and thereafter one is freed and one's attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begin. Lord Chaitanya was asked by Ramananda Roy. He was speaking to Ramananda Roy, and Lord Chaitanya asked him, out of all auspicious and beneficial activities, which is best for the living entity? And Ramananda Roy replied, the only auspicious activity is association with devotees of Krishna. So at this time of the pandemic, this should be our focus. How can I associate with devotees? Then we have further instructions. Kama krodera dasa hona tara lati kai brahmite brahmite yadi sadhu vaidya pai tara upadesha mantre pisachi palai Krishna bhakti pai tabi Krishna nikata yai. This is, of course, from the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. In this way, the conditioned soul becomes the servant of lusty desires, and when these are not fulfilled, one becomes the servant of anger and continues to be kicked by the external energy Maya. And that is what is happening now. This COVID-19 is the kick of Maya on the whole planet Earth. She is kicking us, every one of us, wandering and wandering throughout the universe. One might by chance get the association of a devotee physician whose instructions and hymns make the witch of the external energy flee. The conditioned soul thus gets into touch with devotional service to Lord Krishna, and in this way one can approach nearer and nearer to the Lord. So the message is, get the association of devotees and perform one of the 9 items of devotional service. Lord Chaitanya continues his instructions. By good fortune, one becomes eligible to cross the ocean of nescience, and when one's term of material existence decreases, one may get an opportunity to associate with pure devotees, and by such association, one's attraction to Krishna is awakened. So this is what we're trying to do. Those of us who are preachers, we're simply trying to give people an opportunity so that they will become attracted to Krishna. That's the whole object of preaching. Get the people, the audience, the person to become attracted to Krishna. Lord Chaitanya further speaks on this association of devotees. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastrikai, Lavamatra Sadhu Sange, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. The verdict of all revealed scriptures is that by even a moment's association with a pure devotee, one can attain all success. Then, there is more information in the Bhagavatam. Tulayama lavena pi, nasvargam na punar bhavam, bhagavat sangi sangasya, martyanang kim utashisha. The value of a moment's association with a devotee of the Lord cannot be compared even to the attainment of the heavenly planets or liberation from matter, and what to speak of worldly benedictions in the form of material prosperity, which is for those who are meant for death. And again in Bhagavatam, more instructions. Mahat sevang dwaram ahur vimuktes, tamo dwaram yoshitang sangi sangam, mahantaste samachita prashanta, vimanyava suride sadhuvo ye. It is the verdict of all Shastras and great personalities that service to a pure devotee is the path of liberation. By constant association with materialistic people who are attached to material enjoyment and women is the path of darkness. Those who are actually devotees are broad-minded, equal to everyone, and very peaceful. They never become angry. They are friendly to all living entities. Lord Chaitanya continues, the root cause of devotional service to Lord Krishna is association with advanced devotees. For even when one's dormant love for Krishna awakens, association with devotees is still most essential. Bhava pavargo brahmato yada bhavaj, janasya taryachuta sat samagama, sat sangamo yahi tadaiva sadgatao, paravare she twai jayate rati. This is a prayer, O my Lord, O infallible Supreme Person. When a person wandering throughout the universes becomes eligible for liberation from material existence, he gets the opportunity to associate with devotees. And when one associates with devotees, one's attraction for you is awakened. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the highest goal of the topmost devotees, and the Lord of the universe. And there is even more information. Ata atyantikang shemang prichchamo bhavatonga sangsare smin kshanardo pi satsanga sevadir nrinam. O devotees, O you who are free from all sins, let me inquire from you about that which is supremely auspicious for all living entities. Association with a pure devotee for even a half a moment in this material world is the greatest treasure for human society. Lord Chaitanya continues, a Vaishnava should always avoid the association of ordinary people. Common people are very much materially attached, especially to women. Vaishnavas should also avoid the company of those who are not devotees of Lord Krishna. So right now, everyone is following strict guidelines and not congregating with so many people. So in a sense, this is good. If you want to associate, then your association should be only with devotees. That is safe. And Lord Chaitanya finishes up his instructions on sadhu sangha. When one is encouraged in devotional service by the association of devotees, one becomes free from all unwanted contamination by following the regulative principles and chanting and hearing. And finally, this first verse of this song ends with the phrase, Taraha e bhava sindhu. So, Taraho means to cross over, and bhava sindhu, the ocean of worldly existence. In the Vedas, many times, this material life, this material existence, is compared to an ocean. So this statement, Taraho e bhava sindhu re, is exactly corresponding to a very powerful verse Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita. Daivi yesha gunamayi, mama maya duratyaya, mam eva ye prapadyante, maya metam turantite. This divine energy of mine, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. So this is the first part of my explanation of this song, which comprises just this first verse. In my next excerpt, I will finish up the remaining 3 verses. But this first verse had so much information in it, I wanted to make it very, very special. Bhaja Hunre Mana Srinandanandana Abhaya Charanada Vindare Durlabha Manama Jannama Satsange Taraha He Bhava Sindhure Bhaja Hunre Mana Srinandanandana Abhaya Charanar Vindare Durlabha Manava Jannama Satsange Durlabha Manava Jannama Satsange Taraha He Bhava Sindhure Taraha He Bhava Sindhure. And I will end this first part by singing one line. Hare Nama Eva Kevalam. Hare Nama Eva Kevalam. Hare Nama Eva Kevalam. Yes, the conclusion of all preaching is simply Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kevalam. Kalo Nastyeva, 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 Gatir Anyata. Just chant the holy name. Chant the holy name. Chant the holy name of God. For there is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. Stay tuned for part 2. Hare Krishna.